What's happening, y'all? We back. You know what I'm saying? Another bar breakdown. Niggas been waiting on this one. This was round three. You feel me? Charlie Clips verse Loaded Lux. Round three, Lux verse. You know, when he exposing his pops for being a snitch and flipping that whole T-Rex versus Charlie Clips and Hollow the Don versus Charlie Clips. He flipping both of those battles upside down on this nigga and using things he said in those battles against him. You feel me? But make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. You know how we do it. It's J Reed, it's loyalty or nothing gang to hip hop. Real hip hop though. But we finna go ahead and get into this, man. Round three. And watch how he started off with it's coming down to the wire. See, that's called penmanship. When you start your round off like that, see, he started his first round off with Charlie, Charlie, are you real? Then proceeded to talking about how fake this nigga is, how he lying in his verses, about all this shoot 'em up shit and how he flipping this and flipping that. Then the second round, he started that one out with now for my second trick. See, instead of just going into the bars, you know, he sets it all up. And this one is coming down to the wire the last round. He's gonna say that at the beginning, meaning it's coming down to the wire. This the last round. It's coming down to the last inning, basically. Coming to the end. That's what coming down to the wire mean. But wire also mean what niggas use to snitch on niggas when they wearing wires, and proceed the whole round talking about his dad snitching, how his mom's picked the snitches to begin with to date and make kids with, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. That is crazy to start off with coming down to the wire. Here we go. We coming down to the wire. How you hope to solve over 30 homicides and then chase that one nigga down with a wire? See, I see where you get your talk game from. Meaning it's in your genes from your pops. I see where you get your talk game. Basically snitching. Apparently, everybody in your mother know your pops when I like a Apparently, everybody in your mother knows that your pops went out like a sucker nigga. Basically, he was in the streets, couldn't handle it, you know, he took that life. And then you gonna snitch on niggas when shit get too rough, talking about them lynch mob niggas. Y'all ain't never heard that story of Harlem and the lynch mob niggas? Yeah. But the flip was, apparently everybody in your mother know your pops was a sucker. Apparently, meaning apparently everybody knows this shit, but apparent, meaning your parents. Apparently, your mother knows that your pops was a sucker. Everybody, your mom know your pops was a sucker. Parents, mom, pops, yeah, flip. Lisa Marie, we already see. Man, y'all would probably figured this issue. That wasn't hard to achieve. What better I do it better than every artist you see. See, he talking about now everybody done took shots at his pops before, but Clips always find a way to weasel out of it by saying, well, my pops wasn't the gangster, my mom was the gangsters, like he said against Rex and a bunch of other niggas. Niggas talk about my pops a snitch when really my mom was the real gangster in the house. Well, his mama name is Lisa Reed. That's why he said Lisa Reed. It's hard. It's not hard. That wasn't hard to achieve. That I would pick at this issue, but bet I do it better than any artist you've seen. Meaning, I'm gonna break this shit down the right way. He ain't gonna be able to weasel out of it this way with just my mom was the gangster. Okay, well we gonna discuss some shit your mom did too, nigga. That was fraud and weird. As smart as he seemed to think to curl that part of the way, we just gonna share that happy square while we wait. See, as smart as it seems that he would just try to ignore this part of the scene and not want to bring it up and talk about it. You know, cut off that part of the ring, well, we gonna share that square. A square is a ring, as in ring like a wrestling ring. It's shaped like a square, rectangle. Well, we gonna cut off that part of the ring and post up here and park up the scene. Cause this the spot where Rex popped off and didn't accomplish a thing. See Luck standing in the same spot T-Rex standing in when he battled him and was talking about the same topic. His dad being Charlie Clip's dad being a snitch. But see, Rex didn't do it right. That's why he said Rex didn't accomplish a thing when he did it. He popped off but didn't accomplish nothing. He allowed you to weasel out of it.
Cause this the spot, nigga. When Rex popped off and didn't accomplish a thing. I'm taking shots, but I'ma stop at every ball between. What ain't
I'm taking shots and I'm gonna stop at every bar in between. Meaning I'm the obvious is I'm taking shots at you in this situation. And I'm gonna stop at every bar in between. Every bar that I spit, rhymes, bars. But the double flip is I'm taking shots and stopping at every bar in between. You take shots at bars, you know what I'm saying? You drink shots, stopping at every bar, tavern, liquor, bar, yeah. Every bar in between. Pete.
as small as he seems to think to cut off that part of the ring, we just gonna share that half a square one quick. Part of the scene. Cause this the spot, nigga. When Rex popped off and didn't accomplish a thing. I'm taking shots, but I'ma stop at every ball between.
See his hands?
The Schwarzenegger strong on the machine. Pull up sharp when I come out the rock like out to the king.
Y'all hear that? What Hey Arnold got to Schwarzenegger strong arm the machine? Well, it's comparing Arnold Schwarzenegger with Hey Arnold, nigga. What are you compared to me, basically? What Hey Arnold got to Schwarzenegger strong arm the machine, basically. Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hey Arnold, both of their names are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Hey Arnold the cartoon, basically saying you're a character. What is Hey Arnold versus the real Arnold Schwarzenegger? Who would win? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
About to pop. I hope you about to pop. I hope you read every comment they leave. For every man your mother picked to be a father to breed. We know about Nut, your little brother Jiggy Josh is a seed. Let's give it up. See, this is what the audience needs, because y'all get stuck. Y'all don't know what Charles to believe, but I know Chuck, the one who wears heart on his sleeve.
See, the soft guy. See, this what the audience need. He been filling y'all head with all this bullshit. Y'all don't know the real Charles. We know this nigga from Harlem. You feel me? Basically saying, you know what I'm saying, we know about your brother Nut, you know what I'm saying? Well, your brother's father, Peanut, Jiggy Josh is his seed, basically Charlie Clip's brother Josh. You feel me? Peanut being his dad told on niggas. And so did Charlie Clip's dad. Him and his brother ain't got the same dad, but both of them niggas was snitches, the fathers. That's weird. And he's saying this is where Charlie Clips get it from. You do the same type of shit to your friends.
That shit was rough. I'm watching you in Hollow, how low you depicting Harlem on screens. You dissing friends, then whispering like y'all was a team and I was a part of the scheme. I watched you air out a nigga dirty laundry to make sure it get clean.
See, talking about that battle versus Hollow the Don, when Charlie Clips was like, you know what I'm saying, he was talking about Cortez and D Chambers after that Mav fight, you know what I'm saying, where Mav got in a fight with Disaster during that battle, Mav Hoffa versus Disaster, and Disaster and them and his crew jumped on Mav Hoffa, and Clips was there and didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And got to talking about the only reason he didn't help Mav was because of his shoes he had on. He didn't want to be slipping all over the place trying to fight. Nah, that's bogus. Y'all a crew. You, D Chambers, Cortez, and Mav Hopper are part of a crew called NYB. You know, that's why they scream that NYB to the death. This is a member of your crew, and you ain't finna help him fight. He out here dolo in LA, and you let him get jumped on and you standing right there. That's why he said you was standing there swinging. Math was swinging. You was standing there playing caddy. Get it? Golf, swing. Your caddy just stand there when you're swinging to hit your ball. Yeah, but basically Math was swinging on niggas, trying to fight his way out of that jam he was in, and you was just standing there playing caddy. Get it? Double flip. And then after all of that, the guys find out that you didn't help them when they was gone, and you ain't helped Math off a fight, but now you mad at them. And in the Hollow versus Charlie Clips battle, you gonna come and talk reckless about both of them, Cortez and Chambers, D Chambers, both other battle rappers. They all part of the same crew with Charlie Clips back in the day. They ain't a crew no more, but around this time they was a crew. If one get jumped, nigga, we all finna get jumped, because I ain't just finna let my man get jumped out here and he by himself with me. You know what I'm saying? Cortez and D Chambers wasn't there, but Charlie Clips was. You supposed to help that man fight if he part of your crew. But then after that, they didn't want to fuck with you no more when they find out you didn't help one of the guys fight. And now you want to come at them reckless during the battle and, you know what I'm saying, try to expose them. Because remember, Charlie Clips was talking about how Cortez didn't have a house to sleep in, so he offered him a, bed to sleep at his crib, and how D Chambers was asking him to help him get on his gridiron, you know what I'm saying, and teach him how to, get money out here. He basically exposed both of them. They supposed to be your crew. How you mad at them? You the one did wrong and didn't help in the fight, but now that they don't want to fuck with you, you gonna air them out in the middle of a battle? That's why he said, I watched how low you depicted Harlem. You versus how low, I watched how low you depicted Harlem. Basically where him and Loaded Lux from. You supposed to go to bat for the whole team and home team and win, and you lost against Hollow. But it's a flip on the word Hollow too. I watched you versus Hollow the Don. How low you depicted Harlem on screen. How low you depicted us, our borough, against Queensboro on screen. You aired out a nigga dirty laundry to make sure you get clean. You aired out the laundry that's going on in your crew. Basically just like your pops did with Lynch Mob. That's why he tying it all together. I see where you get it from. It starts in your genes and DNA. I don't know your grandpops, but I know it starts in the genes. See that? And DNA. Well, genes and DNA is your makeup. That makes up who you are. Your genes, your DNA, your chromosomes. But it's also a double flip on DNA the battle rapper. You got DNA wishing we could DNA got us wishing we could lift your Linux apartment to Queens. Basically, DNA live in Queens now, not Harlem. Him and Charlie Clips is real cool. They call each other brothers. Well, since he your brother, the way you did Harlem on screen versus Hollow and lost that battle, we wish we could lift your Linux apartment, Linux Ave in Harlem. We wish we could lift your apartment to Queens, where DNA is, and get you out of Harlem. You don't deserve to be here the way you acting, But that's still New York. Even if we send you to Queens, that's still New York. Well, all that just means is the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Meaning, even if we sent you to Queens, nigga, it's still New York. Get it? The Big Apple. The apple don't fall as far from the tree. Well, when somebody say that, double meaning your dad. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree. You just like your dad. You're the same. He spit you out, basically. You act just like him. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree. You know what it mean when niggas say that. Watch the whole scheme. See what I mean?
Y'all be stuck. Y'all don't know what y'all to believe, but I know y'all. The one who wears Harlem in his sleeve, that shit was rough. I'm watching you and how low you depicted Harlem on screen. You dissing friends and wishing the big night. Y'all was a team and I was a part of the scheme. I watched you air out a nigga $30.
See?
Make sure it get clean. That's the same thing your pops. When he got died, talking like he fight.
Uh-oh.
He got ripped up. We tried to tell him psych out loud. But that's why he got
But that's why he got life inside. See, it's all rhyming. That's what he said. What you did during that hollow battle, exposing your friends who you should have been, you know what I'm saying, cool with, because you the one did some sucker shit. You shouldn't be mad at them airing them out in the middle of a battle. You supposed to be battling against Hollow. Why you airing your friends out in the middle of that battle? You feel me? That's some foul shit. You supposed to be boys with these niggas. But, you know, that's the same things your pops tried when he got indicted, when the agreement got ripped up and he tried to tell him, psych, I lied. Basically, his pops, you know, was putting names and statements, you know, snitching on niggas. But then gonna try to say, up, psych, I lied, and tried to get the agreement ripped up. Nah, nigga, you already done snitched. Ain't no psych, you lied. Well, psych, I lied is one of Charlie Clip's catchphrases. When he choked, he usually be like, nah, psych, I lied, I ain't choked, and, you know, go back into his bars. Well, Loaded Lux used that catchphrase cleverly against Charlie Clips right now, saying your dad did the same thing when he tried to tell the feds, psych, I lied. After already snitching, now you gonna try to recant your statement? Nah, you ain't no you lied, nigga. And that's why he got life inside, not for no street shit, nigga, for trying to weasel his way out of it after he done already snitched, which is the same thing, you know, Charlie Clips did. He comparing that to what Clips did in that Hollow battle and that T-Rex battle.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that. Now that's why he got life inside. Pardon my speed, but dad making us look bad. I can't honor that, King. I don't know about grandpops, but I know it starts with the genes and DNA. Y'all be wishing we could lift your Linux apartment to Queens, but what?
You see how he did his hands like that when he was touching his body, saying, you know, DNA. You know, I don't know your grandpa. I don't know your grandfather. I know your dad, but I don't know your grandfather. But I know it starts in the genes, meaning this shit had to start somewhere. This snitching shit going on in your family. It starts in the genes, and DNA got us wishing we could lift your Linux apartment to Queens. DNA, his friend, his brother, the other battle rapper DNA, but DNA is in DNA and your genes and your makeup chromosomes. Double flip. That's why I say those little words always count. And the hand gestures, because he's saying one thing with his hands and something else with his words coming out his mouth. You just gotta pay attention.
Hey, that's still New York. That's still New York. But all that just means is that the apple don't fall too far from the trees. You and your punk ass daddy a couple of chatty patties, man.
Couple of chatty patties. Y'all remember Damon Dash on the Breakfast Club came up with that word when he was talking to Envy and Charlemagne, saying y'all chatty patties, y'all gossip for a living, nigga. Y'all chat. All y'all do is chat about other niggas' business. Well, same thing, comparing that to Charlie Clips. You and his father. You and your dad a couple chatty patties, nigga. Snitches. On your own cruise.
Got to talk to this nigga. Acting catty. You and your punk ass daddy a couple of chatty patties. Acting catty. Meow.
See, acting catty. Meow. Catty as in acting pussy, acting hoe, real pussy, pussycat. You and your dad a couple chatty patties acting catty. Math was swing, you was standing there being catty. See, it's also a flip on the word caddy. Everything has a double meaning in it. Caddy as in caddy, a cat, acting pussy, but caddy as in a caddy who carry your golf clubs when you swing and stand there and watch. And he give you your 9-iron when you done if you want to take a shot with a different, you know, club.
Math was swinging, you was standing there playing caddy. I thought you
Bars.
I thought you
Talk about Math Hoffa. Math was standing there swinging, fighting his way out of that jam he was in versus Disaster. You was standing right there, ain't do shit, ain't help him or nothing. I thought you was a killer, Charles Lee Ray. You get it, Charles Lee Ray, Chucky, the human form of Chucky. He was a real murderer. His name was Charles Lee Ray before he transferred his soul into that Chucky doll. Charles Lee Ray, that's why I said I thought you was a killer, Charles. Charles, short for Charlie, Charlie Clips. Thought you was a killer, Charles Lee Ray type nigga. Meaning I thought you was a killer. You ain't helped that nigga fight when he was out there in LA getting jumped on? Watch.
You can lift your Linux apartment to Queens, but wait, that's still New York. That's still New York. Well, all that just means is that the apple don't fall too far from the trees. You and your punk ass daddy a couple of chatty patties, nigga.
Snitches.
Not to talk to snitches.
Gotta talk dirty.
Caddy. You and your punk ass daddy a couple of chatty patties. Acting caddy. Meow. Math was swinging. You was standing there playing caddy. I thought you was a. I thought you was a killer, Charles. Leeway. I thought Chucky wasn't no joke. He just think he D-Ray.
Get it? I thought Chucky wasn't no joke. Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, Chucky the Dow. Thought you was a killer, Charles. Charlie Clips, I thought you was a killer. Charles Lee Ray, the character that played Chucky, the human version before he was transferred to a Dow once he died. I thought Chucky wasn't no joke. Well, we know Chuck is short for Charles. That's why they call Charles Barkley Chuck. Anybody named Charles, another version of their name is Chuck or Charles, Charlie, Chuck. I thought Chucky wasn't no joke, meaning you wasn't nobody to play with. Oh, you just think you D-Ray. D-Ray the comedian, jokes.
You might be a DJ where you turn on niggas in the jam you with.
Oh, you might be a DJ? The way you turn on niggas in the jam you in? Come on, we get the obvious. DJs, when they playing jams, they turning turntables. You might be a DJ. The way you turn on niggas, turntables on niggas. In the jam you in, DJs play the jams, they do the turntables. A DJ. That's why he's saying you might be a DJ, but the double flip is the way you turn on niggas in a jam. When you're in a jam, in a situation, you turn on your niggas. You turn on niggas. You might be a DJ when you turn on niggas in a jam you in.
Switched on Corey Chambers after you let they man get whipped. Damn it, Clips. I know comedians don't do candy script. And you're a funny acting ass nigga too. That one no stand up shit.
See, it ties it all together. You know what I'm saying? You a funny ass acting nigga too, a comedian. But a funny ass acting nigga is somebody you don't want to hang around. They act funny. They a funny acting ass nigga. See, you might think you a comedian, and comedians don't do candid scripts, but that wasn't no stand-up shit. The way you did your friends in that battle versus Hollow. Core and Chambers. Core short for Cortez. Chambers, D Chambers, two battle rappers that used to be cool with Charlie Clips and Math Hoffa. That was all a group together, NYB, yeah. He was like, the way you did them, that wasn't no stand-up shit. Well, comedians do stand-up, get it? Comedian, funny acting ass nigga. Of a nigga acting funny, he's a comedian, But, double flipped, you a funny acting ass nigga. The way you treated your friends in that battle, and that wasn't no stand-up shit. No man shit. Stand-up shit is what men do. Stand-up comedian, though.
That ain't hard to miss.
That's why he gonna go into that ain't hard to miss. That's just Charlie Clips, the two-faced nigga with the dimples, and the Harvey Dents with the Harvey Dents. Well, dimples are dents in your face. When you smile, the dimples. You see that fake ass yawn Charlie Clips doing right there? He know he being exposed. He kept doing that shit throughout the whole battle on some sucker shit. Don't be trying to take the momentum cause you mad this nigga beating you. What happened in the building don't mean the outcome of the battle is what we all think. Just cause them niggas sleep on the bars and they was repping you don't mean when this shit came out on cam that everybody else was gonna say the same thing. That's an in the building decision. You gotta do a worldly decision. That's why he said, I hope you read every comment they leave. I hope it hurt you. That's why he said, you about to pop. I hope this pissed you off. You're about to get tight after this. I hope you read every comment they leave about you being the snitch and your dad being the snitch. Instagram comments, YouTube comments. I hope you read them all, nigga. That's why he said, that's just Charlie Clips. Two-face nigga. Trade on his friends, that mean you two-face. The two-faced nigga with the dimples and the Harvey Dent. Well, Charlie Clips got dimples when he smile, which are dents in your face. With the Harvey Dents, well, we know Harvey. The double flip is Harvey Dent was Two-Face on Batman. Get it? The two-faced nigga. That's just Charlie Clips, the two-faced nigga with the dimples, like Harvey Dent. Watch.
That ain't hard to miss. That's just Charlie Clips. The two-faced ass nigga who got the dimples with the Harvey Dent. Get it from his mom and them.
He get it from his mom and them, because remember, he always saying his mom was the gangster. Okay, I'm glad you said that. I finna flip it upside down on you, since you get it from your mom and them.
You know he get it from his mom and them. He get it from his mom and them. Because you know Pops didn't raise him, you know. She was the gangster on the front line foot first. This couldn't hurt. It couldn't worse. Let's go back in school. She would be the Jesus was the father. And right there this week, they're coming up. Nigga, you about to get this good work.
You about to get this good work. That's why he said. See what I'm saying? Let's go back in store. Y'all remember Woolworths? Well, Woolworths is an actual store. It sell groceries, it sell home appliances and things like that. That's why I said let's go back in store, meaning let's go back in the past and dig around some of this. You know, as far as your mom goes, since you always bringing her up being the gangster of your family, okay, well, let's go back in store. She remember Woolworths. She probably worked at that store or something. But it's also a store for back in store to catch the bar. Let's go back in store. She remember Woolworths. Jesus was a carpenter. This is where you get to coming out the woodworks. See, woodworks, carpenter. Jesus was a carpenter. Well, carpenters work with wood, carpet. Yeah, this is where he come out the woodworks. Well, the double flip is this is where he come out the woodworks. When somebody say, damn, you just popped up out the woodworks and shit, maybe popped up out of nowhere to expose them. You know, Jesus being Lux, basically exposing them.
Say, look, this ain't even a sideball. His mother was a side chick. Tell Lisa Reed we can read the lease was up on the fine print.
Oh, tell Lisa Reed we can read the lease. Come on, he just flipped her name. Charlie Clip's mom named Lisa Reed. Tell Lisa Reed we can read the lease was up on the fine print. Basically, y'all about to get evicted out the crib, and she needed somebody to fine rent. Fine print, fine rent. See, it's all rhyming. Tell Lisa Reed we can read the lease was up on the fine print, but she was looking for somebody to provide rent. Another nigga. That's why he said his mom was a side chick. No sidebar.
He needed someone to provide rent, but why every guy she went to moved around low? I don't know. Because at the time she was chasing that paper, but wanted to put food in any mouth. So now I'm thinking out loud, oh, I know his mother she cried for, but when he was going through that number office, after your daddy, she got with your little brother daddy, and they got wild folks.
See, after your daddy, she got with your little brother daddy, and they got wild close. You know, they got close. She always moved with niggas around blow. Niggas that, you know, move blow. And they all turned into some rats once they got caught. Your little brother daddy, your daddy, all that shit. What the fuck? What's going on with your family, bro? And now the apple don't fall too far from the tree because you acting just like them.
You know what's up? Things changed with trial folks, and the smiles go. I don't know, Poker they found dope, but he wasn't on track. Started running his lips, putting names in laps, and smack right into a mouse.
See, talking about that nigga brother Pops now. He snitched. Peanut was up until trial got closed. And then once trial got closed, that's why he said once trial got closed, he was off track, got to running his lips, running your lips, and then smack right into a milestone. Well, if you running your lips, it's a double flip. Running your lips, smacking, see, but running your lips as in snitching. You know, he got off track of what the crew was supposed to be saying, and instead he got off track and got to running his lips to the feds, you know, and then smack right into a milestone. The whole crowd, I mean the whole town know, meaning the whole Harlem know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? That your dad snitched on Lynch Mob and that Peanut told on Alpo. Alpo from Paid in Full. Well, that's a true story. That movie was based off a true story with Alpo, you know what I'm saying, Rich Porter and Ace. Yeah, that was a real story. And he's saying your dad the one that told on Alpo. Well, your brother dad the one that told on Alpo. The whole town know, even if the crowd don't, meaning the crowd in the building right now, even the whole town know, even if the crowd don't, that nigga Peanut told on Alpo. Peanut being Charlie Clip's brother, dad. He told on somebody, Charlie Clip's dad told on somebody, and these are all men your mom chose?
The whole town know, even if the crowd don't. That nigga Peanut told on Alpo. But look how he come around though.
Look how I come around though. Meaning, look how I come around to you now doing the same damn thing to your friends. That look.
Look how I come around though. It's no wonder why in your raps you always mention in the trap, nigga.
Why?
Cause your mother was into the corner chasing cheese and ended up with some rats, nigga.
That's a Snapple Top fact. Come on, that's a Lux phrase, Snapple Top fact. But yeah, to that bar though, it's no wonder why your mom ended up with some rats. I mean, it's no wonder you always mentioned in the trap. You know, in his verses, Charlie Clip's always mentioning he trapping, flipping this, moving that. Well, it's no wonder you always mentioned in the trap, because your mom was into the corner chasing cheese money and ended up with some rats, snitches. Ended up with some rats for boyfriends, some snitches for baby daddies. But rats always end up in the trap chasing cheese. A mouse trap, rats chase cheese. It's no reason why you always mention in the trap. Your mom was on the corner chasing cheese, rats chase cheese, and end up in the trap. Yeah, double meaning.
That's a Snapple Top fact.
Facts.
The nerve of a nigga get a bunch of lies from niggas and try to make it work. I got 16 rats, and I'll give you half of that if you could provide me with paperwork. That's what you said, right?
See, that wasn't Loaded Lux bars. He just saying something that Charlie Clips said in the T-Rex battle. He said the same thing. Charlie Clips said that. He was like, okay, I'm glad you said that because I'm finna flip it on you. Because Charlie Clips told T-Rex when he battled him, he said, if you could provide me with paperwork that my pops is a snitch, I'll pay you for it. Because you can't prove that my dad a snitch. And Loaded Lux like, oh yeah, okay. So if I could provide the paperwork, you paying niggas? Well, how come when those dudes that called you and said they could provide it, you start acting like you ain't had the money to buy it? Or you act like you ain't had the paper to purchase it? Well, okay, we brought it here today too. You still ain't got the money to purchase it? That's why he said, that's what happens when rehearsing your verses could lead to hearsing. When rehearsing is dangerous, and what you saying in your verses can lead to hearsing, basically lead to you getting killed. When somebody can take what you said and flip it on you and prove that they have the paperwork.
I figured I was employed to find out where the paperwork is.
Right.
Which would have been smart, because you know what that could maybe resurface. What happens when rehearsing being dangerous ain't working can lead to hearsing? See what happened when niggas rapping get caught faking in their verses? They say you was nervous. I heard when they contacted you to pay it, he was playing like he ain't had to pay for the purchase.
He said earlier niggas told you they had the paperwork and they called you and told you they had it since you said that no one could provide proof that your dad was a snitch. But when they called you to prove it, you didn't have the money all of a sudden. But you said you would have the money in that T-Rex verse if someone could provide us with paperwork. Well,
so let me find out, my nigga.
That's why he said, either it is or it ain't that. Say that. So you don't mind I brought the homeboy Faye back. Well, Faye back is crazy that he brought Faye back to bring out the paperwork. He could have brought any nigga to bring up this paperwork and bring it and throw it out to the crowd, but it's epic that he brought Fayback to do it, because Fayback is actually the son of the guy that Charlie Clips pops told on. Out of all the people he could have had bring that paperwork, he had the guy, the son of the guy Charlie Clips' dad told on bring it. Epic.
Oh my that. What happened? It either is or it ain't that.
Right.
Nigga, say that.
Say that.
If you don't mind it, I brought the homie Fayback. I figured you could come and give him his next Saxon person, nigga. Don't act like you ain't got the money neither, nigga. I know what we made up our purses.
Don't act like you ain't got the money. I know what we made for this battle. You got it, nigga. This time ain't gonna be no hiding.
Shit like that. Bang, 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 bang.
The whole crowd gonna get this work. That was a little quick freestyle, cause he always say you gonna get this work catchphrase. The whole crowd gonna get this work, meaning this paperwork, this proof. But yeah, and you see after that, Smack tried to save the nigga, cause you know they been trying to clown Lux the whole battle, calling time on them early. Even right now they calling time, and it ain't even been a 4 or 5 minutes, but they know Charlie Clips is, you know, getting slaughtered in this round, so they trying to save him. Beasley and Smack. Watch Beasley and Smack mannerisms. Ain't no time. Fuck is you talking about? You crazy as hell. You whack for that time. Nah. He still got a little couple bars left. How you gonna stop the man? All because he destroying one of your champs. You don't want your boy to lose up here that bad. You trying to save him, my nigga? Nah, that ain't what we doing. That's why his sister or whoever that is gonna wild out on Smack like, nah, we not doing that. But we know this gonna go on for a while, and they gonna let Lux rap, so let's get to that part. You feel me? Let's get to that. Fuck is you talking about, Clips? Y'all hear Clips? This nigga trying everything he can to save himself. Niggas trying to tell me about my life, and it's obvious something going on in theirs. No, the argument is about how they stopped the time, nigga, and nothing else. Quit trying to flip it. He still got time left in his round. Quit trying to switch the story and make it something it ain't about. Plus shut up. Plus the crowd want to hear it anyway. Nah, let's get to that. See, the crowd want it.
This is street justice, and I can prove it. I want to send a special shout out to Farris, my man Beatty, the big homie Lou Sims, and the rest of those that was on that same case that never told. True friends.
Those people he just named are all people that went down part of the lynch mob after, you know, they all went to jail after, you know, Charlie Clips pops told. So he's saying shout out to all them niggas that kept their mouth closed, true friends, meaning your pops wasn't a true friend, but they were.
I'm on the phone with Farris, she back me like, man, if I would only do that, but here's his new den number.
If I only would have knew then, but here's his new den, that's wordplay. He said he on the phone with Ferris, basically the guy that got told on, you know. He on the phone with him, chopping it up, and Ferris was like, damn, if I would have only knew then that his pops was a snitch, I wouldn't have had this nigga in my circle to begin with. But basically, it's a flip on knew then. If I only would have knew then, but here's his new den, basically his new den number for him being he in the correctional, and they give you a den number in the feds. My pops had one actually when he was in the feds. Rest in peace, my dad. But yeah, they get a den number. New den. Here's his new den. Wordplay.
287-00-054. That's the Leon in the Tucson Federal Prison. If you listen and tell him what you're viewing, how his son said, I ain't seen my pops in over 20 years. That's because the last East Coast prison he was in, he got his face proven. What you doing, man?
What you doing, nigga? See, he talking about his dad now, how Leon is Clip's dad. You know, here's his new den. You know what I'm saying? And Clips always say in battles, you know, I ain't seen my dad in 20 years. He said that same thing against Rex. But keep it real. Don't say you ain't seen him in 20 years because you ain't been able to see him. Tell the truth why you ain't been able to see him, because the last East Coast prison he was in, niggas, he got his face blew in. Basically, niggas sliced his face up in jail for snitching. And he had to be moved to another prison somewhere away from the East Coast, because everybody knew he snitched out there. So in jail, he got $150, got his face blew in.
Using his life for street credibility. Then they open faces, and I don't want to open cases. Nigga, that ain't you.
See, and Clips did say that, and also in the T-Rex battle, Lynch Mob used to open faces with knives. They used to open faces, and I don't want to open cases. He was like, you only use that when it's convenient. You talk about your dad and what he used to do with Lynch Mob when it's convenient, using his life to make you look like you do that. Nigga, you ain't about that life. Your dad might have been about that, but he ended up snitching at the end. So even if he was about that life, he turned on his niggas when things got too hot. But he telling Charlie Clips, it's funny you only used that my dad was a G shit and he was part of Lynch Mob when it's convenient for you, using his life to give you some kind of credibility. You don't do what he did in his life. You don't. So quit trying to act like you do. Quit using his accomplishments for your credibility. Street cred. You don't get street cred for what your pops did, nigga. You get street cred for what you doing in these streets, not what your pops did. But whenever somebody bring up your papa snitch later, then you switch it up to forget my pops. It was all about my mom. See, Lux turning that on him. You only use that pop shit when it's convenient. But then when somebody talk about your pops, you flip it and say, well, forget my pops. My mom was the gangster in my house.
You do this only when it benefits him.
See?
Other times when he rhyme about that shit, he playing solely the victim. I know
See?
you convinced him, but I can't even expose your wisdom, nigga. I got a cousin doing 25 years to life for murder. A daddy who sells dope for a living. But that's those day commitments. What that got to do with me?
Right.
I sold my weed, I fought all my own fights. I'll lose some coke, I kissed it, that's just it. Conscious brother, street nigga.
Right.
I've been in both positions and know the difference. Enough for hoes who listen to my storyline. I don't glorify, I report it wise. October ended.
See, now he talking about himself. You know, I don't use my dad's street cred and my aunt who used to pitch coke and my dad moved coke for a living. He was like, but that's their commitments. I don't use what they do for my street cred. Matter of fact, this the only time I ever brought it up right now to try to prove that you do that shit. I ain't never brought up what my dad and aunt do until now, just to prove to you what I do in my own life. I sold my own weed. I fought all my own fights. You know, what my dad and aunt did, you know what I'm saying, that's their business. It ain't for me to be talking about or playing victim or trying to get street cred from. That's their lives. But you, on the other hand, you do use your mom and dad's street cred to try to give it to you, to yourself. And that ain't how the streets work, my nigga. Nah, we don't do that. But yeah, that was the ending because they stopped Lux after that. You know, I know he had more because he was finna say more. But yeah, man, this J Reed, man. This salute to y'all still watching. This was round 3, man. Charlie Clips versus Loaded Lux. I got Lux winning 3-0 because the crowd didn't really catch some of the shit he was saying. Like when I break down the bars and they finally be like, well, I didn't get that. Yeah. Do you still think Charlie Clips won now, or do you think Lux won? Either way, you know what I'm saying, your opinion is your opinion. I can't think for you. If you still got Clips, hell, you still got Clips. That's cool. But I personally, after listening to everything, got Lux winning. I don't let the crowd judge for me, you know, just because he got a lot of reaction or more reaction. If one battler get more reaction than another one, that don't sway a vote for me. You feel me? I rewatch this shit and listen bar for bar. I'd rather have bars as opposed to jokes. If the crowd is laughing at a bunch of jokes and silly shit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you entertaining. They gonna laugh at that. But bar for bar, he killed this nigga and tied all the rounds together into one masterpiece. like Michelangelo paintings. You feel me? But yeah, man, loyalty or nothing. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This J Reed signing off. I just wanted to drop round 3 for y'all because I did 1 and 2, earlier yesterday. So, I'm saying, this round 3, a couple niggas was asking me for this one. So, tribute to y'all. Keep watching. You feel me? In a minute.